I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just for me, I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Hey y'all! Oh, I'm running late. Look, I got the Ubers looking the other way. Great Raw isn't. I was looking at Raw this morning. It rose. I'm awake. Now when I'm not here, I don't know. Get your chair. Get your weights. Line up if you're walking wall to wall. Okay. Yes, I've been up since 3:30. Don't ask me how I start the party late. How do I get to the party late? When I wake up in plenty of time to get to the party. Plenty of time. Oh, wait a minute. Get this up just a little bit. I ain't running track, but I need a little faster than that. Look, y'all, look. Governor Stacey Abrams. I wanted to tell y'all about that. Some of y'all can put your headphones on now. I try to give y'all a warning. Headphones on. Y'all know I lived in the South. My grandmother was a Southern Baptist woman. And I want to tell you something. No matter what color, race you are, in the South, they don't like you if you come from the North. Matter of fact, they hate you. Yes, it could be your cousin, it could be your blood. It doesn't matter. My father and them went to the North to work and send money back because this is where they made the money. But other than my grandmother at times, more like when he was in his face, when he was in her face, it was like, oh yeah, I love my son, and then other than that, he was a Northerner. It was Martin Luther King, a great cult leader. He was a cult leader of millions. Can you see how frightened America really was of him? Not as a black leader, but as a cult leader of millions. That's why he had to prove peace. I wish he hadn't. I wish he had set up that whole march on Washington, and when they got to Washington, he would have said, overrun every building in here, from the Capitol to wherever those freaks in robes sit in the God court. I wish he'd have said when all he saw those millions of dollars, he said, fuck it. Let's get this. Let's do this. But they killed him because he was a cult leader for millions. And that is the only reason why my grandmother, when she votes for him, because he got the Voting Rights Act, he was right there, putting pressure on LBJ with all the other civil rights leaders, but he stuck out. And she followed him. And that's why she votes, and she voted Democrat. But I live down south. That was the only reason why. And of course, we got to vote under the Democrats. But that's the only reason why. Because the teaching is to be a Democrat is to like people of the North. It doesn't matter. They don't teach. How can I tell you? I went to all black school, African American school. So during Black History Week, they were able to teach black history, and they did. Dr. Krenga. No, Carter Woodson. Excellent. And that's when they were able to teach it. And though they knew that about enslavement, they knew about the whole thing, they still hate Northerners. And no matter how many, I know a lot of people from the North. Good morning, thanks for coming on the walk. I know a lot of people from the North running down south. And I want to tell you, unless you educate those folks, they going by the old voodoo and by the cult leaders, and they don't like you. There used to be churches, people from the North used to go down south, and I say, I don't even know why y'all even go there. Oh, when they come down there, of course they bringing money, so they don't care, because they bring their money. So long as they come and bring their money to that cult leader, they're all right. But the minute they leave, they start talking about them like a dog. They don't even know the Bible. They don't even know Jesus. They can't. They up there in the North. They up there in the North. But when they was coming down, oh, brother, you like to come, church, show them some love. Show them some love. So, I'm just telling you. And this is blood kin. You can come north and send home all the money you want. You are still a traitor to the South. And that's black people or African enslaved people who got here through enslavement can hate their own kin because they're in the North. All of a sudden, that kin that was the same as them is all of a sudden think they better than because they're in the North. I'm telling you. But where there's not education, it's that from family to family thing. So now I understand how it is. Even to black people. Down south, all those southern states, all the way through, coming through Texas and all, please. New Mexico, please. There's black people tell you, I can't stand a Democrat. I hate black. Them northern, them liberals. I hate a liberal. I called down after, well, I didn't call down. I was speaking to my aunt, and I asked her to do it because I said I don't want them to give me a new one. And I gave her the information, direct her to the right departments to help her do what she needed to do because I knew they were there. And then I called to back it up. And they know I was I was a northern liberal. That northern liberal called. Not a concerned family member, not a loved one. Has nothing to do with that. So my friends moved down south, I'm finding out. That's it for me. That's it. Because that's that border. That's that. I know the mentality. I call and laugh and everything. I have a friend that I was good friends with when she was up here. She went to Florida, jumped on the 45 bandwagon and started hating me. And she was just like me. We fought for the same causes. We love children and animals. But then when she went south, in order to show you're a good Southerner, you got to make sure to hate the North. Just how the ignorancy runs. I'm so glad now that when I die, I don't have to give my body to the body farm in Tennessee. Because that was weighing heavy on me. Because I was like, ugh, even though it's for the advancement of science, I don't want to be nowhere in them enslavement states. I don't want to. I don't want to be in them enslavement states. I don't want to be around that mentality, but now I don't have to. I was hoping on the back end that maybe Harvard or Yale would do a body farm, and then finally I could go to Harvard and I could go to Yale. What you gonna do with her body? Oh, she going to Yale. What you gonna do with her body? She going to Harvard. Anyway. But now I don't have to worry about that. So, them Southern people, that's all it takes to win an election. Mention black, liberal, and they hate it. Why do you have the WIC program where your kids can get milk? It's not from anything that those politicians down south did. No. That was the fight from the people in the north and the west. Not the south. They didn't care if you starved. They still don't care if you damn starved. They don't even want you to get WIC. Because they try to put that money in their pockets. But that's okay. They hate liberals. They hate anybody that helps them. I'm telling you, I live down there. I live down there. If you help them, they hate you. Because they're taking a handout. You trying to make them look bad. Trying to give them water because they thirsty. Trying to make them look bad. Let them die dehydrated and they be proud. See? Not in the South. You say, oh, you got 19,000 kids. Let me give you this food stamp. I ain't taking no food stamp. That's liberal poisoning. Me and all my kids are happy to die, starve to death before we take anything from you. And especially if a nigger got to come down here and give it to me. You don't understand the mentality that you're dealing with. I'm telling you. So, and that's what Stacey Abrams is about. She's about education. She's an educated woman. The South don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want to be educated to the fact that grown men shouldn't touch little girls in certain places. That's okay. Incest down there is okay. Trust me. I landed in Incestville. I didn't know. Ain't nobody gave me a warning before I got down there. And my daughter ain't never spent a day down there by herself. And when I went down there with her, and my train tickets come up missing, and I couldn't get back because everybody thought I had cashed my tickets to have a party. They didn't know they were stolen. And I was stuck in there. There was a little person inside of me that was screaming, a teenager who was stuck down there before. She's inside me. She started screaming and screaming and screaming, and then I had to call my landlord. And she sent me money. And that's how I got home. We ain't never go back down there. My daughter went back on her own as a grown woman to Virginia. But even she breathed a sigh of relief when she got back to New England. You know. Okay? So, it doesn't matter what President Joe Biden does. And everything he's doing is to help them. But that don't matter. He's a Democrat. And the only reason why the black people don't hate him because they Democrats. But they hate him because he ain't a Southerner. He's from Philadelphia. They hate him because he's a Northerner. Not because he's a bad president. Not because he's old. They put those little buffooneries in there with him and the pins and all kind of shit like that. If you get old, your ass gonna wind up there too. I don't understand what the deal is. But they hate him because he's a Northerner, and that's all it takes in the South. Now you say, well, 45 was a Northerner. No, that's where it all changes. I can tell you one thing the South people love in the South is sleaze bags, honey. Slime ball, what they call them, medicine men that come through their town and feed them a load of crap. They love that. Now, I told you about the northern preachers visiting. They hate it. But, honey, a slick northern preacher that got a move, a con, and a whoo, wow, ha, ha, ha. They loved him. They loved him. I could see trash from in and out. I lived in Harlem. I saw those preachers all the time. But the good ones that came down, they hated because they was from the north. You know, I mean, the real religious ones that came down, that did their Baptist duty to go down to the Bible Belt. Well, they didn't like those kind. They were boring. They like the glitz and the glamour and the, you know, the frills and stuff. They talked about it. But they would sit there, oh, they look so nice. Oh, and everybody was so new. Did you see the gowns? I mean, you know, the rose garments. So that's why they like 95, 45. My grandmother would have loved him. She would have. I can hear it right now. Oh, Donald. That Donald. The whole time he's stabbing her, she would be loving him. But she wouldn't vote for him. Because she's loyal to Democrats. Because in the back of her mind, even she knows, Donald would snatch the vote from her ass just as sure. I remember when we got the vote. I remember when all the adults used to get dressed up and go vote. And I remember they used to have to travel some ways to vote. But it was an exciting time. It was and they got into politics. And then not only did they talk politics, they can do actions about politics. And it was all exciting. Yeah. Very exciting. But, I gotta tell you something. This country gotta be educated. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Listen to those sheep. Yeah, remember they kept saying, we don't like Democrats. Democrats aren't for us. They are liberals. We don't like liberals. They hurt us. We don't like them. They want to take away our guns. They want to take away our guns. All of them. They are Borg. The women, that man that got 3 wives, he got 4 votes. We will do what the husband says. We are of one mind. I have no mind. That's all the Midwestern stuff. And those are the ones that's under GOPQ conservative cult. We will not think. We will not read a book. We will not investigate. And all I have to say, you go down south, you say, tell you how these white people get elected. All you have to go and say, I'm here running for the white people cause the colors is taking over. He is in office. He is in office. It don't matter if he kills his mama, his mama's mama, the dog's mama. It don't matter. He said key words. So, I tell you, whoo, this last leg is exciting. It's a whole lot of stuff. And one thing that makes it all so wonderful is that it don't last forever. Hey y'all, let's get some water. Whew.
Walking, yes indeed, I'm walking. Oh yeah, I'm walking. Just for me, I'm walking.
I did way too much water this morning.
I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking.
I did it late.
So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking, yes indeed.
Yeah, let's finish up this walk, y'all. Cause something else I want to tell you about. There's a meme I got a hold of, which makes sense. It showed all these porcelain face, pimply face, greasy haired, mess, scrawny. Their mother should have went on the WIC program. The mother shouldn't have been so proud. Should have accepted the WIC program and got the free milk and the cheese and the protein cereals to eat so that the baby you carry inside of you can get the calcium to grow, the vitamins to build while he's in the womb. But see, a liberal is saying WIC, and they rather let the baby die inside their stomach before they accept anything free. You know what? They rather have sick babies. They rather bring sick. See, this is in the north that the south. Sorry, the south is what you're dealing with. So I tell you, up here in the north, they take care of themselves. They get their vitamins and stuff. They get their wicks. They get their cheeses. Okay? So in the south, that's free. They ain't gonna get that free stuff. Meth make babies the same way. Remember back in the old days, the drinking days before the alcohol syndrome, fetal syndrome, before they put it together, and the ladies used to say, "I'll have a vodka and milk. The milk is for the baby and the vodka is for me." And then they find out after they have a baby, they come out shaking all over, that the body didn't separate who got what. Everybody got the same thing. That's why you gotta have education, y'all. But they don't care. I'm trying to tell you right now. I seen it with my own eyes. And that includes African Americans also down south. But then when the baby comes and is sickly, they'll get that Social Security check for that disabled baby. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. And that's the only way that child will have to go to the doctor, because disability will require that the child goes in for care. Because if not, they would just take the check, smoke it up on meth, and keep it pushing. Listen, 6 or 7 family members can go move into a house with you, and y'all all can live off that baby's Social Security check. All right? Just want y'all to know that. But and now it's going to be happening a lot more. Because a lot of them don't do neonatal care. You know what I'm saying? Meth babies. They don't even talk about meth babies. Oh my goodness. But when it was crack babies, and especially in the inner cities, you would see them little black babies on TV shaking all the time. All the time. Little crack babies. They would just, heroin babies? Oh, the black ones? Oh, all over. Anytime they talked about heroin, you would see all the little black babies' faces, magazines, newspapers everywhere. I was like, dang, you mean only black people is on heroin? So you still look at these little skinny, scrawny freaks that's shooting up the place. And the cops ain't shooting at them. I don't know, is it because they got an AR? You know? Is it that? It's because they got an AR? And the police ain't going to get close enough because they think they're going to get shot? Because they shot that boy like 90 bullets in him. And they said he had just a gun, just like a regular, like boom shot. You know, like one shot. Boom, one shot. Boom, 2 shots. Boom, 3 shots. That's the kind of gun he had. The guns, the people that have the they don't fuck with, because they know they're going to get shot. See, they know they ain't going to get shot. But that African American man or that brown man, they know they ain't going to get shot. That's why they shoot them. 90 shots, 30 shots. Like these mass shooters. But the little pimply, the only way mass shooters die is when they kill themselves. And if they don't kill themselves, the police is going to kill them. But be driving while black. Be driving. Not shooting, nothing. Just like a traffic infraction like everybody else have. You said the light was red, I said it was yellow. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, you said I ain't put on my lights when I was going to change lanes. You see? And they shoot you up. But someone can go. They were so scared of the mass shooter that they let him run into the school. I saw the video myself. They were so afraid. But that brother that was running, they wasn't scared of him. He was running. They put 90 bullets in him. See the difference? Yeah. I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at the irony of it. So if the mass shooters don't kill themselves, they get a chance to live and live on. All you can do is hope that one of the inmates in jail get loose and take one of the food trays and bash him and bash him and bash him. That's all you can hope for. But other than that, they gonna live a good life. And they going in mental institutions and everything. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. And those boys are alive. They are alive. They are alive. Killing so many people, shooting, injuring so many people, but they're alive. African American, brown man, you ain't doing nothing but driving. I don't know, I think somebody's doing something with me, but I'm on my walk. So I have to see it if it's a warning. I've been warned, but I ain't read it. Is that like when you've been served? You put the paper up there, but I ain't read it. You know? So, that's what we have to go against. So even though only educated women are basically upset about Roe v. Wade, they're the only ones upset. Not those women in the hollers. First of all, out of those 9 kids, 10 are going to be mentally challenged or something that's going to get an SSI check in there. So from 2 kids who have some kind of, because they're going to have some kind of mental thing because they don't never go for neonatal or nothing like that, but they tell them don't because the baby going to come out some kind of how with some problem, and then you're able to get SSI. Now 2 babies with SSI can bring in about $6,000 a month. You can move in your whole family to help you take care of the 2 little kids that get SSI, and everybody can live good. So why would they want neonatal vitamins? You're not reading this out the right way. Why do you want neonatal vitamins to have a healthy baby? Healthy babies don't get you nothing. Sick babies get you a government check. I ain't make the rules. That's how it is. So they don't care. They don't care if there's no abortion. Now can you imagine all of them in the same house, 2 little sick babies, getting government checks for $600 a month. The whole family's there. Then you find out your little 10-year-old child is pregnant. You don't want no abortion for her because you ain't take no vitamins for her and she halfway holding on. So you know the baby that she'll have will possibly be able to bring in a check. And if she go to hospital and have a mentally ill or something, it's bingo. So y'all don't get it. Y'all think they're like, oh, we need health care. We want to take care of our kids. Sick babies get you more money than healthy babies. You got to think like the South. And liberals want to come and give you vitamins, prenatal vitamins. What kind of shit is that? How is turn out healthy babies going to give you government money? Because they don't take nothing free. They ain't going to take no free food stamp. They ain't going to take no free nothing. All the babies can suffer. I mean, the healthy kids can suffer. They're healthy. Them they got garbage. But without neonatal, there's a real good chance they could have a couple of babies that's going to bring in some checks right out the womb. So they don't want your liberal interference and you know it all. They should come on the wall. They don't want your liberal interference. So they're going to go. They go up to Joe. They call him everything. They want that showman. That man that dances around and jokes. They don't want nobody who's like focusing on doing what the hell they're supposed to do. They love seeing 45 on the golf course. They loved it. That's all their politicians do. Look at South Carolina, the Murdochs. He had so much power, they finna get him. They finna get him. He killed so much, they finna get him. For his wife and his child. You want to look at politics and government in South Carolina? Alec Murdoch. Murdoch, M-U-R-D-A-U-H. Look it up. That's Lady G's state. All them closets. They so busy doing stuff in the closets, they can't look outside the closet door. They didn't know it was illegal for kids not to buy alcohol. In the South, you can buy alcohol. 7, 5. You can go buy alcohol. They don't understand. There's nothing wrong with that. Only liberals think it's wrong for a 5-year-old to be drunk. Ding. Half their daddy's been drinking since they've been 1 year old. You don't understand the South. They hate the liberals. You try to take away their alcohol. Guns. They gotta have guns. It's easier to shoot your wife with a gun than beat her up. Come on now. Everybody in the South know that. But them liberals, they can't stand you shooting your wife. Can't stand you shooting your kids. They always gotta make a fuss about it. That's why they can't stand them. And most liberals, they say, is Democrats. So they hate Democrats. Because the Democrats, listen, many of them hill people, that's why they want to be having kids. Besides getting the disability checks for the kids. Also, the kids using guns so early. They can like shoot a cousin or something like that, make them disabled, and then another check comes in the mail. You got to know. You got to know. Thanks for coming on the walk. You got to know. Don't be taking away their guns. So they ain't gonna vote for Biden. They're not gonna vote for Progress. Progress don't get them an SSI check. if medicine cure their little sick babies, then the money is cut off. They don't want no medicine. If their children can read and get good jobs and make money, then they is disgrace to the family. So if you are working and taking care of your family and educated, the only way down south you can miss you with the family when they say, oh, look at her, here she come, she working. She can't have a little disabled child like the rest of us. And the only way that working woman can fit in is to come on. She come in from work and they sitting there growling. Ugh, ugh. And she hit the porch. And she said, evening. And they said, ugh, ugh. And she said, I hate them liberals. And they said, yeah, we hate the liberals too. Come on, have a seat. Let me get you something to eat. And then she's back in with the family. So that's why I'm asking y'all, sisters. I'm saying all that to say, y'all please vote. Y'all please vote. Y'all see where these other folks is coming from. Y'all please vote. You may get a check for having a disabled child, but that disabled child, they ain't happy. I know you don't care because you're getting the money. But this liberal, I want to make sure you have vitamins to have happy, healthy children. They won't bring in the check until later. But they'll be healthy and they'll be happy. So you got to understand the South. Me, past Greenwich, Connecticut is down south to me. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. I don't want to be caught dead down there. That's how north. And I'm ready to move almost to the peak of Canada to get so north. But somehow you go way north, you also go south. It's strange like that. Whew. But y'all vote, my sisters. Y'all vote, my brothers. Y'all vote. Don't have people who encourage their constituents to not want health care so they can have sick babies to get a government check. Don't let them people run the government. Don't let the people run the government. Don't let those people who don't want gun control so the kids can get a hold of the guns and shoot one another. And then if they don't die, if they die, then you just have more kids. And if they don't die, they'll be disabled. And then you get a check. And they'll get a check for the rest of their lives. And then, because they get a check, they'll have to go and get medical care, which they didn't get in the womb. And if they weren't sick when they came out, they wouldn't get it. Going to the doctors, getting your money is contingent on you going to the doctor. And that's what's saving that little disabled baby. But y'all got to think like the South thinks. Telling you they don't do education. They are trying to write in the fact that the Emancipation Proclamation didn't exist. Okay? A minted piece of government document in the South, they're putting in their schools that it does not exist. because enslavement didn't exist. African American, get out there and vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 1 for good luck. Y'all vote, please. See what the alternative is. They don't want school. If they have school, then Mary knows when her uncle is messing with her and know what to do. But if she don't go to school, she'll just think that's a natural thing. That everybody's uncle and everybody's mama boyfriend and all men just start sleeping, putting they banging little girls. But with education, you teach them that's not the way it is. That's a violation. See, that word. See, violation. Never mind. Let me, 10. Neither up nor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they arrested somebody when that little girl went to get an abortion. 10-year-old girl. They finally had to arrest the man. I know it's hard. I think it's very hard for men and definitely policemen to arrest another man for rape and violation. Because it's something they want to do all the time. It's something they want to do all the time and don't do. I just pushed this over. Anyway, it's been wonderful, y'all. It's our water and thing time. But let me get ready. Woo.
I'm walking, I'm
sweating.
Just
It's pouring off me, y'all. Ha ha. Yeah.
I'm walking.
Like, comment, share, tell a friend, tell a uncle, tell a auntie, tell a cousin.
Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Yeah.
Walking. Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just walking. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking.
Shake,
So happy.
water, go, and chant.
Happy
Woo.
to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Ha ha ha. Yes, yes, yes. Let me see. Oh, I'm coming. We drinking.
Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just walking.
I'm still here, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see the sweat. Child, I ain't going viral because I left this thing on and messing around. Oh, you know what? Hey, my Mary, I was looking for you. I had to go on your page. I was like, I sure ain't hope Facebook ain't do nothing to my Mary. Thank you, Mary. I tell you, the second greatest artist on the planet that I met. Let's get it down, y'all. Am I sweating? Remember I tell y'all I be sweating? Can you see it on the back? Because it be rolling down my back. It be rolling. Thanks for coming. On the walk, y'all. Whew. Here we go.
Yes, indeed. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Walking. Yes, indeed. I'm walking. I'm walking. Yes, I'm walking. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking.
Whew.
I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
You know, I think you only watch me if you exercise.
Yes,
Because if you just sitting there watching me exercise, who knows? I like to watch people in movement. If not, I just want to listen to you. No face, no nothing. I love podcasts. Oh, shoot. I forgot to show you all the water again. All right. I'll remember tomorrow.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. I'm walking. Yes, I'm walking. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company.
Last little bit.
Yes, indeed, I'm walking. I'm walking. Yes, I'm walking. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be
Oh.
walking.
Okay, I didn't know that was in there. That was like another gulp. But it's all gone now. Now I gotta hope I don't slip on it. Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Please like, comment, share, tell an auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Have a great day.
So